Hello everyone, welcome back to Radiology Made Easy. So today we are starting a new series on diseases. Let's get started. First of all, try to identify the lesions in these hands. Look carefully at nails. So, can you identify the disease? Yes, what you thought was correct. Today we are talking about psoriatic arthritis. I am Dr. Priya, and from now onwards, we will discuss radiological features of psoriatic arthritis. So, what is psoriatic arthritis? It is a seronegative spondyloarthropathy. Wait. Do you know the meaning of seronegative? That means the rheumatoid factor and anti-CCP antibody are negative. So, there are mainly 5 types to remember. First one is asymmetrical oligoarthritis, and this accounts for about 70% of all the cases with psoriatic arthritis, and this affects more than or equal to 1 random joints, and it is often associated with dactylitis. So the second one is symmetrical polyarthritis, and please do remember this is difficult to differentiate from rheumatoid arthritis. It is a very important MCQ point, and this type accounts for about 15% of cases. And the third type is oligoarthritis. It is symmetrical and can involve any synovial joint. The fourth type is inflammatory arthritis of the spine. It involves a pattern of spinal and large joint involvement, and please remember this type is similar to ankylosing spondylitis. The last but the most severe form is arthritis mutilans. It is a severe destructive arthropathy and can involve the small joints of the hands and feet. And digital shortening and telescoping can be seen. So now we will see what are the radiological features. Radiological features are evident in hands, feet, spine, and also sacroiliac joints. In hands and feet, the lesions are usually bilateral and asymmetrical. It is a destructive form of arthropathy, and it mainly involves the distal interphalangeal joints. It is very important in this psoriatic arthritis. I will explain you using an X-ray of the hand. So yes, in this X-ray film, you can see here the distal interphalangeal joints are affected. It is clearly seen in this picture. Yes, now let's move on. And there will be periarticular erosions. And please remember the soft tissue swelling is predominant than the bone changes. And there will be widened joint spaces also. And you can see a periosteal reaction along the diaphysis. And this is a very important point. In psoriatic arthritis, there will be terminal tough resorptions. That means, which is also known as the acrosteolysis. We'll see it in an X-ray film. So in this film, you can see the terminal tough resorptions. Please remember this point also. And another important point is pencil in cup appearance. That means there is tapering of the phalanx head. I'll show you a picture. Yes, in this picture, and this is the normal one. And here you can see the it's like a pencil in a cup. Yes. So in this film you can clearly see this one. And then there will be sausage digit appearance. That means there is swelling of the entire finger. And this X-ray film clearly show you this sausage digit appearance. And please remember, the periarticular osteopenia is not a feature of psoriatic arthritis. And now let's move on to the feet. So in calcaneus, you can see similar features to Raynaud's disease. That means the fluffy sclerosis and erosions at the Achilles tendon insertion. And now we will see what are the lesions in the large joints. There is asymmetrical and monoarticular involvement is seen. And also soft tissue swelling and effusion can be seen. Another feature is there will be marginal erosions. And in large joints, please remember there is uniform joint space narrowing. Previously in hands, there was widened joint spaces. And here there is joint space narrowing in large joints. And also in large joints, there will be new bone formation plus periosteal new bone formation at the enthesis. So these are the features you can see in large joints. So the spinal involvement will be about 25%. Try to identify the coarse, asymmetrical, non-marginal syndesmophytes in this radiograph. There are, yes, you can see here. See here, these are the syndesmophytes. And there will be multiple levels with skip areas in the spine. And the vertebral bodies will be occasionally squared shape. And also atlantoaxial subluxation will be there. And in this X-ray film of the spine, you can see the squaring here. Here you can clearly see the squaring. And there is a syndesmophyte here. Yes, so yes. So now we will move into the radiological features of sacroiliac joints. It accounts for about 25% of the cases. There is bilateral and asymmetrical sacroiliitis, and involvement of the iliac side of the joint first is evident. Now we will see what are the differential diagnoses for psoriatic arthritis. Either it can be rheumatoid arthritis or erosive osteoarthritis or reactive arthritis or Reiter's syndrome. So rheumatoid arthritis, this is the image of bilateral hands of a patient with rheumatoid arthritis. And as you can see, it is symmetrical. And the metacarpophalangeal and proximal interphalangeal joints are affected. Proximal interphalangeal joints are affected. You can see here. And also subarticular osteopenia is there. And in erosive osteoarthritis, usually there is involvement of the interphalangeal joints and central gull-wing appearance is there. And in this, you can clearly see the gull-wing appearance. So please do remember, in erosive osteoarthritis, there is central gull-wing appearance. And usually there is joint space loss and marginal osteophytes will be there. So the third category is reactive arthritis or the Reiter's syndrome. In this, it tends to involve feet more than hands. So it is a differentiating feature from psoriatic arthritis. And the interphalangeal joints and the greater toe is commonly affected. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video and it is valuable to you. So please like and subscribe our YouTube channel and don't forget to share with your friends. We'll meet in another video.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos like this.